Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be part 2 of the college Q&A where we focus more on housing and dorms and things like that. So make sure to subscribe because I've got part 3 coming up, which is going to talk more about like social life at these universities. So stay tuned. The first question I got was, what are essentials in your dorm you never thought you need?
Okay, so I made an entire list. Essentials, disinfectant spray, like 100%. All cleaning supplies you will need, even though if it doesn't seem important now, you will need it because now you're responsible for actually cleaning everything. Everything. Um, I will say a pot and a pan or just something to cook with is very important. Um, and just overall just just basically look at your life and how you're living it now and just try to take as many things to keep you comfortable when you go off, because then it's going to make the adapting period a lot easier for you. But I have a compiled Excel sheet if everybody wants it.
So the first one is, do you need printers, scanners, and that type of stuff? Do you need a mini fridge? Do you need a Brita filter?
If you're at USF, part of your tuition goes towards providing you printer access for a certain amount every single day. So unless you feel as though you're going to need to print something in the middle of the night, or you feel more comfortable having it with you, I think it's a waste of money because USF has tons of printers all over campus and at the library. I don't see the point. As for the mini fridge and the Brita filter, I personally live in an apartment with a fridge, and the fridge doesn't have like a water filter to it, so we have one. But if you're in a dorm, it might be useful, especially if you live with a roommate and you're planning on sharing that space. Decide who is going to buy what kind of appliances. So check your dorm, check to see if it's provided, and if it's not, talk with your roommate beforehand, figure out who's buying what appliances, and discuss if you genuinely need it.
I will say we use the Brita filter a lot just because the water in Tallahassee tastes weird, so we have it. And I don't necessarily have a printer. I don't really need to print all that stuff. I don't think it's too important. We have 24-hour access to our libraries when it was open, but it's just 10 cents to print.
Yeah, I know I bought one just in case in those like emergency times when like you have like an 8 a.m. and like you're running late for class and you need something printed, like that's why I got a printer. So
What kind of clothes do you bring?
Whatever makes you comfortable. I know a lot of people, like I had back-to-back, in my first semester on Mondays and Wednesdays, I had 5 classes back-to-back, and I didn't want to wear anything that I would be uncomfortable in that entire day. So just wear whatever makes you comfortable.
And check the weather where you're going to school. Like in Tallahassee, it gets a lot colder than it did in Tampa, and I wasn't prepared for that. And and it also depends on what time your classes are and how tired you are. I realized that when my classes was at 11, then yeah, I'd wear jeans and a t-shirt. But when I have my 8 a.m.s, it would just be sweatpants, hoodie, jacket, just comfort all the way.
It's definitely called Rainsville for a reason. Make sure you have a raincoat. Make sure you have an umbrella. Make sure you have the proper shoes to be walking through like wet streets and grass and stuff. Because it's not fun to be in like hockey pants or whatever in the middle of like monsoon. So yeah.
No, I did wear flip-flops once when it was raining and I regretted it. So yeah, I never wear flip-flops on campus again.
Up to you. It's just like whatever you want to wear. No one's going to judge you. Honestly, no one really even cares. How often do you do your laundry?
Also figure out what's cheapest. Some people really like Tide Pods. Chuck them in there. That's a cheap option for a lot of people. But yeah, how often do you do laundry? Weekly. The answer should be once every week.
How many shoes do I bring?
You really only need like 2 sneakers, 1 like business shoe, because at least at FSU we have a lot of like business things where we have to dress up. But keep it really minimum when it comes to that. A pair of heels in case you want, and a pair of like cute going out shoes in case you have like a dinner or something. But other than that, with shoes, keep it very minimal.
Invest in a good pair of walking shoes, like 1 or 2. Those will they'll come in handy. You'll be doing a lot of walking, so definitely worth the money.
Should you need shower shoes?
Depends on which type of dorm you live in. So if you live in a communal, 100% yes. That's like the first thing you should get is shower shoes.
I still had shower shoes even though I lived in like I didn't have a communal bathroom. I lived in Lakeside and it's kind of one of like the older dorms, so I would still get shower shoes if your dorm is kind of one of the older ones.
How do I not get sick? So I think the main thing is practice good hygiene, please. That's
Make
like
sure you're not staying up until like 4 a.m. every morning because no one's telling you to go to bed. Sleep.
Yeah.
That is the only reason college kids get sick. They don't sleep on time.
Shower every day. Please shower.
Yes.
Brush your teeth every day.
Eat like an actual meal, not just like ramen noodles, Pop-Tarts.
I will say invest in like regular like medicines. Like we have NyQuil, DayQuil, Advil, just things like that, just to like if we do start to feel sick, then we can just nip it in the bud. I will say that if you live in a dorm, most likely it's going to be more common for you to get sick just because the air system is just recycled, and that's how it's really bad.
Does UF make you get their health insurance? Does USF? Does FSU? They'll usually give you like a general checkup for free because at USF it's included in your tuition. I don't think they make you get their health insurance unless you're like an international student, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, USF is really nice in that most general things are available for free, and what isn't is available cheaply.
So you're not allowed to register for classes unless you can prove you have health insurance. For UF, if you can prove like your parents, that you're under your parents' plan or whatever, you'll be fine. If not, yeah, they'll make you buy like their version of it. I don't know how much it costs or anything because I was able to say I had insurance before looking into it.
FSU, they offer us like a plan if we want to. Like at the beginning of the year when we first register, we have to either prove that we have health insurance or or we can just buy their health insurance plan. A part of our tuition goes towards our health and wellness center too. So we're allowed to go on there and get all like checkups done.
Is it worth it to get a meal plan?
If you live off campus, no. You can cook, you can buy groceries. You're gonna spend a lot of money on groceries anyway. You can save money. And most of the dining halls, you can just swipe. You can buy a swipe and then go in anyway, and then just eat there and then stay all day if you really want to.
I say do not get a meal plan at all because I made that mistake. Because one of my friends who went to UF, he said that not to get a meal plan, but my parents were like, no, you should get one, And honestly, I never went to the dining halls, but they have at UF, you can switch it to FlexBucks. But the thing is, like, if you switch it to FlexBucks, it's not that, like, whatever is left over at the end of the semester gets transferred over to the next semester. It's kind of just that the money goes away at the end of the semester. So I would not get a meal plan. I just don't think it's like needed.
USF has like different types of meal plans. They have like a commuter meal plan, and then they have like on-campus meal plans. So if you're like a commuter or like you live off campus, you can technically still get one. It's like much cheaper. It's like maybe $500 for like the semester. Like FSU, USF has a thing where you can buy a swipe. So if you did want to eat in a dining hall, I think it's like $10. And you just pay that with like your money and you can eat. But they also have a lot of on-campus like dining like options, like restaurants or whatever in our Marshall Center and like across campus. So you could just like pay out of pocket for those. You don't really need a meal plan. If I order groceries, where are they delivered? USF has like a mail center. So if you did order groceries, I'm assuming they would just mail it to your like mailbox in the mailing center. But we also have like Publix on campus. So, I mean, most people don't really order their groceries, I guess.
For apartments, they pretty much all have lobbies and areas where there's a human being to pick that up, so they would probably get delivered and you would have to go down and pick it up.
I order groceries, they come straight to my door, but I know for dorms and stuff, if you order through Amazon, whatever you order needs to be checked by like the people at the front office for the dorms. That takes some time, so I wouldn't recommend ordering through Amazon, but I know Instacart will like immediately, they'll just come in front of the dorm, you just pick it up.
I think the best thing would probably just be ask like your RA or like whatever dorm you're living in, just like ask the people who are at the front desk like the procedure for ordering groceries. How much do you spend on living supplies?
It really helps if you split it with like your roommate or something, but then also that just means that you need to have conversations with like your roommates about what's yours, what you want, what they want, and then just compromising on that. But I spend anywhere from 100 to 150 on living supplies just because like groceries take at least 2 to 3 trips a month, and then with like gas, because I need that to get to and from school, especially if you're living off campus, groceries, gas, and any like takeout that you want, I would say just put aside like 200 per month just to be safe. Because I promise you, groceries are gonna cost a lot more than you think it will.
You have to decide what you're actually going to be eating on a regular basis, because there's only 2 of us, and a lot of the foods that are perishable, they go really quickly. So decide what you can actually consume and if it's necessary before you go shopping. And to cut down on costs, don't give in to impulses. Decide before you go shopping, like at the start of every week, like every Sunday, choose a day that's going to be your shopping day for groceries. Make a list before that and stick to it. So don't buy anything that's not on the list, because you'll end up spending a lot of money just buying those little things that you see and you decide that you want.
Thank you guys so much for watching part 2. Make sure to subscribe down below and hit the post notifications button, because I'm going to be coming out with part 3. And also leave a comment down below if you have any questions. We'll try to answer them as soon as we can.